Continuing on in our analysis of the Donald Trump shooting up in Butler, Pennsylvania, we have some real unbelievably incredible news to show you tonight, especially with new text messages from the cops that prove that they actually were aware of the shooter over 90 minutes before the shooting actually occurred, where they had previously told us only an hour. So we have an exclusive interview to show you with all of the SWAT team on ABC that appeared this morning.
Cops surrounding this whole entire...
And we also have new video to show you from the scene that was taken by another witness, showing the cops engaging the shooter before the shooting actually occurred. And who were really the first cops to get up to the roof, and how did they get up there? Now, don't forget, on the next video, I'm going to be showing you some of that drone footage that was shot around the building, showing different areas where maybe the shooter could have gotten up, because somebody flew a drone in there just the other day and got this video for us. All right, so this is a major paradigm shift right here, because this changes the timeline significantly. So this is a text message from one of the officers upstairs in that building whose shift had ended and he was getting in his car and leaving in the parking lot. We thought that the shooter was first noticed at 5:15, but it looks like the cops spotted him up here. You can see at 4:26 p.m. So this is at least 90 minutes or more before the shooting. And he says here, someone followed our lead and snuck in and parked by our cars, just so you know. And he says, I'm just letting you know because you see me go out with my rifle and put it in my car, so he knows you guys are up there. He's sitting to the direct right on a picnic table about 50 yards from the exit. Ooh. Man, do you realize what the implications of this are? Because previously, the cops had told us that they had just found out about him only an hour before the shooting. But now, this changes the timeline, because now we're talking 90 minutes or so before the shooting is when they first noticed him. So this is a screenshot off the officer's phone who sent out that first group message at 5:38 after they actually got a picture of this guy sitting on the wall down below on the ground floor, like right below the window where they were stationed at on that two-story building. And so at 5:38, he sent the message, and then at 5:40, somebody said to him, call it into command and have a uniform check it out. Okay, so if we're looking at the back side of the AGR complex back over here, the cops were all parked here. They were stationed in this building, and they would probably come out the door right here on the one-story section. Okay, so what the officer was talking about is they probably came out this door right here, door number 8, building 3, and he looked over and saw the guy sitting here. Now, it could have been at this table. I don't know if this is 50 yards away. He said that he saw the shooter sitting there by this picnic table, and so he was alerting the guys at this time. So this shows the new timestamp of when he was first discovered to be 4:26 p.m. Now, I want to show you this awesome exclusive video that ABC put out this morning on Good Morning America, and I'll put that link down below for you so you can watch the entire video. I'm just showing you an excerpt, but they interviewed some of the SWAT guys, the local SWAT guys that were there on scene, especially the guy that took the photograph, and they're giving their story on what happened.
I remember standing in the parking lot talking to one of the guys, and we just became part of history, and not in a good way.
Wandering around, it just seemed out of place.
Greg Nichols snapped these photos of the shooter.
We had a text group between the local snipers that were on scene. I had sent those pictures out to that group and advised them of what I noticed and what I'd seen.
What do you think is...
I assumed that there would be somebody coming out to, speak with this individual or, find out what's going on.
So how do you know if Greg's concerns about crooks are being relayed properly?
We don't. We have to assume that when he put that information out to command, that command took that information and did something with it.
And now, somehow, the Secret Service guys that were protecting Trump claim they never even got word of this. Like, they never heard about it at all.
We were supposed to get a face-to-face briefing with the Secret Service snipers whenever they arrived, and that never happened. So I think that was probably a pivotal point where I started thinking things were wrong, because that never happened, and we had no communication with the Secret Service.
You had no communication with the Secret Service at all on that Saturday?
No, not until after the shooting, I believe. Yeah.
And by then?
It was too late.
The attack, but accepts its share of failure.
I think we all failed that day.
How so?
life is lost.
Yeah. People died.
Now, this video I'm about to show you from Dayve Stewart, he was another witness that was there. This is a brand new video that we haven't seen before, but it's the best video so far because it actually shows all of the cops engaging with the shooter, trying to get him cornered in, trying to figure out where he is, and they're trying to look for him. So check this out. Okay, so Dave's video starts off right here. There's this guy in the blue jeans here, and I don't know if that's a gray shirt. Yeah. He's kicking people off the property. This is an hour or so before the shooting. So I don't know if he's a security guard or an employee there, but he's basically going around telling all of these people that they are trespassing and they need to get off of the property. So this right here is the AGR Glass Company's property. And so they could be on the other side of the fence, but not on this side. So he's making all of these people leave at this point. So this is 5:02. This is about 12 minutes before the cops spot the shooter for the first time over here off to the right, which you can't see it. So here we are again at 5:10 on the other side of the guy, and the guy is talking to all of these people, telling them they have to leave. And he had to remove the audio at this point. And I've had this happen to me before too. Like when I've been at Home Depot, sometimes songs playing in the background will trigger YouTube's copyright algorithm and it demonetizes your video. It's a real pain in the butt when that happens. So I feel for him. And then right here, so there's a cop arriving on the other side of the fence. So there's where the show is. There's the barn where the Secret Service agents are going to be set up with as snipers. And I don't know why his video is just so unbelievably shaky. I'm going to have to do a training session for all of you guys to show you the proper way to shoot video so that you don't get this. But cop's getting out of the car, and I guess he's going to be talking to that guy right there. There's the gray shirt guy who has something to do with the property here and asking everybody to leave. And if you look closely right here, the Secret Service snipers are setting up over here. I'm going to see if they show them. It's bouncing around a lot, but you can sort of see them. See, there's one guy here and the other one's over here. So they're setting up over there. This is an hour before. Okay, so I didn't show you all of it. And now he fast forwards to 6:10 p.m. So this, I believe, is incorrect. His timestamp here that he's at right here that he says is 6:10 until the time that the shots ring out is going to be 2 more minutes. So I'm thinking this is really around either 6:08 or provided that it was continuous recording. So right here, you can already see one cop here walking. You can see people over here that appear to be filming or engaged in this direction when Trump is actually already talking at this point. Remember, Trump took the stage at like 6:02 or 6:03, and it's now 6:08 or 6:09. Okay, so there's the cop walking there. And you can see now there's a trooper here with his gun drawn. So there's actually a number of cops over here right now looking for this guy actively. This right here is an unmarked vehicle cop that just arrived up on the scene. So you're getting a lot of cops that are starting to pour in right now. And plus, I believe this one was already parked there. These here look like police cars as well.
There's cops surrounding this whole entire fucking building right now.
So far I have 3 cops visible on this
There's
side of the
something
building.
going on in this
We know
building.
there was cops on the left side of the building before. Now, as you look here in the next few seconds, you're going to see that trooper get up on top of the picnic table there in order to get a view. Gathering on the left that are watching the cops because you're starting to see cops arriving from everywhere. There's another cop way in the background. Hey, let me go back.
Somebody in this building.
See, there's another cop right here that's arrived. So you're starting to see them descending like crazy into the area now.
And it's not easy because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals.
And they can't see anything. They're backing up. They're trying to find him. So he hasn't stuck his head up over the roof. So now all of these people are running over there to get a view. And let me pause it right there. There's the trooper on top of the picnic table trying to get a view. And he likely can't even see anything because the sniper has not stuck his head up over the ridge of the roof yet. So you got more people coming over here. And let me see. Now you got this lady on the horse that wants to come over and get a look. And she's lucky because the shots are going to ring out in just a few seconds. and they probably whizzed right over her head.
You guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys, take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow at the bottom. See the big red arrow? Right?
See, so this crowd of people here, these are the ones that you saw in all of the other videos behind the two trees that were looking this way. Some of these people are starting to sense that something's going on, and more of them are starting to walk over this way towards the camera to the right here. And then you got this couple over here. The cops are going to yell at them to get out of there. And you got this lady here. I would like to see her cell phone and what she got, what kind of video she might have gotten, and what kind of video this guy got, and whether this lady on the horse, whether she got any kind of video, because they're both facing directly at where the shooter would be on the roof. And then over here, you got this other crowd of people that are kind of all starting to turn their heads and wondering what's going on now. So right here, this cop is, I think he was yelling at her to get out of here, and she's going to turn around and hightail it to the right. Yeah, she's running now. You're going to hear he's got a gun any second now.
Make yourself small, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Right there. He's just so bouncing it. So here's two of the cops here, and I don't even think they can see him from their vantage point. They may be too far away and too low. So most of the video is just bouncing. There's really not much you can get out of this part of it, but you can't see anything up on the roof. So by this point, they're probably just now lifting Trump off of the stage. And you're going to start to see some undercover guys in shorts with guns coming around the corner of the building off to the left.
Get down, guys. Get down. Yeah, just get down. Get behind this tree with me. Get behind this tree. Get behind this tree, guys. No. I'm just safe back here. Here.
That dude off.
Did they pick him off?
I saw a big poop of hair go up in the head.
Yeah.
I love that, man. Did you hear what he said? I saw a big poop of hair go up. Oh, I wish I could have been there to see that one.
Big poop of hair. Like a headshot.
Kill confirmed, he said.
He said kill confirmed?
He said kill confirmed.
The cop just told these guys that the guy has been killed. And so here comes this is an undercover cop with shorts, and I think he's wearing a helmet. And he's got a gun, and he's walking by. He's checking all of the windows as he walks by. There's a second one behind him. So now you have two undercover cops on this side. So there was nobody shooting from inside this part of the building because the windows would have been cracked. And they're walking around the side of the building. And by this time, you're going to start seeing cops everywhere. So there was actually a good handful of cops trying to engage this guy a couple of minutes before the shooting. So let me take a look here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at least that I can count in this blurry screen here. And by the way, this is a point where I think a lot of the conspiracy liars are going to come out and try to say something here to create more stink. So check this out. So you see this right here? They're going to say there's somebody up on the roof. There was a second gunman, or this is somebody else. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the American flag. You can see the red and white stripes, and it was on a flagpole on the other side of the building, sticking up over the roof. Okay, that is not a human being. I believe that this is Officer Greg Nickel, as shown on ABC, who originally took that famous picture now of the shooter sitting there on the wall at about 5:15 p.m. or so, about an hour before the shooting. So now we can get a clear shot. We know there's two cops off to the left, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another one over here, 11. And here you can see they're setting up that makeshift pallet to put on top of that plastic shed because they don't have any ladders yet. And this might be what we saw like on that very first video I showed you guys, where they threw a telescopic ladder over the fence and were running over there towards the scene.
He was on the roof.
There, in case the gunman tries to come back over this way. So as we saw a minute ago, they were lifting that pallet up there, and you got one officer on there, a sniper officer it looks like, and he is likely the very first officer to get up to the roof at this point. So as you take a look here and zoom in, you can see many people had theorized that the shooter had put that pallet there and climbed up on top of that shed there to get up on top of the roof. But you can clearly see here the police are the ones that put that pallet there because they didn't have a ladder and they were waiting for ladders to arrive. See that? So if you zoom back here and check out the whole scene, there's quite a few police officers that were in this area. If they had just sooner maybe thought about getting up to the roof, but it seemed like they had to wait for ladders to arrive, as I showed on my previous video last week, where we saw the police body cam videos from the officers. When they first arrived on the scene here, they were asking the cops inside, where's the ladders?
Yeah, he's up there too. So the ladders are en route. So the operator suffered lacerations to their hand from climbing up on the, so like we might need minor stitching. Okay.
So here you can see they're climbing that ladder that they just tossed over the fence because there were no ladders in this area, contrary to many conspiracy theories that were spreading lies around about it. There was no ladders here. That's why they had to bring this one just to get up there, and it barely got the job done. And if you look at this scene that I just showed you, you can see that they temporarily placed the pallet back on top of that little plastic shed. So you see this cop backing up over here in the parking lot with his rifle. He's still trying to see if there's anybody up there at this point in time. So by this time now, 3 minutes have elapsed since the shooting ended. And now you got cops are starting to arrive from on the rally side of the field. And there's that undercover guy there with the shorts on with the gun. So it's getting harder to tell exactly how many cops there are and where they are. I think there's a trooper back over here to the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the ladder, 10, 11, 12, 13, and there might be a couple more off to the left. So you're getting more officers that are arriving now. Now they're coming out in
one seriously injured, I just heard on the cops' radio.
Oh yeah, see you have a lot more cops off here to the left now. Yeah, you got 2, 4, 5 more police officers here to add to the group that we saw over here. So we're probably well over 15 law enforcement people in this area now. And here's the first Secret Service guy coming up here in his suit, and I'll show you that. So you have a lot more police officers running over from the other side. I think they had to crash their own fence on the other end of the secured section by the rally way back over here. Remember I showed you they had to crash it with the cop car? Because you really can't climb over these fences because there's no bar on the top. You're on a fool's errand trying to climb a fence like this. And especially like these guys with their gear, they can't even get through. And you got this couple here is trying to help them open the fence, that gate there. So the cop is...
Here, pal. Are you law enforcement? You are?
The cop is yelling, if you're not law enforcement, get out of here.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Can I get your name?
Yeah, for sure, I got you, bro.
Was just wanting to get his ID. So he thought he thought the agent wanted to take his phone, so he locked his screen, but the Secret Service agent only wanted a picture of his ID. And then the agent ran towards the building, and he did 6 more minutes of footage, which I don't know where that is. But as you can see here, his phone was snatched by a state trooper, and he was arrested and handcuffed. And I thought I saw somewhere else, he said the FBI took his phone, and he got it back on the 19th. I forget where I saw it, but I thought he had mentioned it somewhere that got it back on the 19th. So anyway, he posted this video yesterday. So again, just like all of the other great videos I find here, I will post a link to it in the video description below for you. Make sure you go check it out. Hey, support him too, right? Give him some likes. Let him make a few bucks off of this. I mean, after all, this video that he shot here gave us much more valuable information than anything we got from the FBI and the Secret Service testimony at Congress combined. Now, don't forget, on the next video, like I promised earlier, I'm going to be showing you some of that drone footage that was shot around the building, showing different areas where maybe the shooter could have gotten up, because somebody flew a drone in there just the other day and got this video for us. So in the meantime, while you're waiting for that one, make sure you check out these other 2 videos that I've uploaded over the last couple of days here. These are the fresh new videos for you to check out. If you haven't been here on this channel, you want to binge watch those. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.